Shout out to Unbox Therapy for this video. Link in the description. I haven't felt like him for a long time, and we got an Alienware PC unboxing. Let's get it.
And this time it's from Alienware. We're gonna check out their latest stuff. And it's kind of cool because I actually haven't checked out their products in a while. The monitor is probably the thing that I'm the most excited for. It is a 32-inch 4K OLED gaming monitor. They're calling it QD OLED. And of course, you guys know I'm such a fan of OLED in general. And then to see it in a gaming monitor, you know, they've figured out all the kinks and stuff. We're into sort of next generation OLED, which can be put into a monitor without some of those drawbacks that people have thought about historically. They've got all the little pixel shift stuff going on, so you can enjoy those wonderful deep blacks. And actually, it's going to double as a great multimedia monitor for watching movies and stuff. Of course, those also benefit from OLED. So the specs on here: QD OLED 4K, 240 Hz, 0.03 milliseconds, 99% DCI P3, HDR True Black 400, and HDMI 2.1. Actually, if we lift it up, we can get an idea of the aesthetic. Of course, it's got that Alienware aesthetic on the back. We've got this kind of silver spacecraft look. We've also got their new wireless gaming mouse. This is called the Pro Wireless Gaming Mouse, 120 hours, 4 kilohertz, 8 kilohertz polling rate. Of course, we can also use it with a cable, which happens to be included, and Alienware exclusive magnetic force key plates. Ooh, curious about that. Magnetic force key plates. Optical switches with 70 million click lifespan, and a 5-minute charge will give you 6
Is it
hours
stronger, I
battery
guess?
life. The whole thing is under 60 grams. You know, there's that push, there's that kind of preference for ultra light gaming mice that's going on right now. They've also included their Pro Wireless Gaming keyboard. We can see the RGB on full display there. This is a white keyboard as well, an interesting choice. We've got hot swappable linear mechanical switches from Alienware, so that'll be interesting to check out as well. Dual layered sound dampening, so maybe these are relatively quiet, would actually be my preference. As much as I like the tactile click of like a blue key switch, it can be a little bit annoying for other people that are nearby. Battery life up to 1,800 hours on Bluetooth, so it's also wireless. That's with the RGB lighting turned off. Of course, if you have the RGB turned on, it goes down to 72 hours, but it looks so much more pretty. Oh, here's the other thing. It's a compact form factor. It's a 75%, which again is a preference right now in gaming setups. They've also got the new headset, 720H, dual mode wireless gaming headset. The aesthetic is gonna fit in with all the other items here. 30 hours of battery life, high-res audio capable, 20 hertz to 40 kilohertz. We can use it wirelessly or wired with a 3.5 mil connector, which is nice to have in a pinch. And then you've also got RGB built in there, so you can kind of set it up, configure it however you choose. Lightweight, which I pay a lot of attention to. As much as I care about the audio quality of a headset, is it comfortable to wear for extended periods of time? A fast charge, 15-minute charge, 6 hours of use, noise canceling microphones. And then in this last box, they've sent over one of their gaming PCs to power everything. So we're gonna have the full cohesive Alienware setup for 2024. I don't even know the spec of the machine that they sent in here. Okay, so Alienware unboxing experience. The famous Alienware Alien. Lift up here, and we have our peripherals. Actually, they've included a mouse, so you get one. You don't need to purchase an extra one, but obviously the Pro model is gonna be a little bit more feature rich. You've also got your power cable up top. You're gonna get your antenna for your wireless and a Dell keyboard. I presume this is gonna be more basic than the one we have over there. I don't mind the fact that they throw it in. Actually, it's a little bit above basic, but it is Dell branded rather than Alienware branded. It's actually kind of slim, which is also cool. It's an extra keyboard for you because you're obviously gonna get the Pro model. Alienware little card. In 1996, we set out to build the most innovative and high-performance computers for ourselves and fellow gamers. Since then, Alienware's products have won hundreds of awards around the world, often heralded as a definitive gaming PC experience. Okay. Whoa, it's actually cool. Immediately greeted by the see-through.
I just want to say, yeah, it's cool. That's what Alienware does, so it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I'm interested in it too, but you know, I know it's cool because I've seen it before, but I just want to see what he thinks.
Aurora R16, and it's a fairly compact system. Ooh. Cool. I was wondering, I was like,
I want it, but I don't want it.
padding in here, but I kind of get it now. It's part of the design to have this pass through. Oh, and then this section in the middle, the reason that's there is because that's providing your front ports. Here we have headphone, 3 USB-A's and a Type-C. And that's kind of a nice spot for it. I like that it's...
I want it because it looks cool, but is it good?
You may have these ports, but they're flush, and then the connector is all exposed, and if you bump it, it's breakage. Here, most of that connector is going to be recessed protected. It's a little detail. It's a curious topic of where...
I'm assuming it's an i7 or an i9.
For these ports, like, should it be on the front? Should it be on the top? This makes the most sense on a desktop. You're sitting right there. It's easy to see and plug into it, so that works for me. I think that is all the plastic. You can see on the front here an Intel Core i9 chip inside, so that's our first indication of what specification they've sent over. On this side here, you can see you've got...
I have an i7, and that was expensive.
Branding, so you know which model you have. And this panel, oh, there we go, just clips on. This side over here is extremely clean. I mean, we're really only looking at a couple of different cables. I'm not sure where they were able to hide everything, but it's in there. We've got a locking port so the thieves don't get it. The back plate here, motherboard section, R16, a lot of audio options over here, some more USB options. Of course, we've also got dedicated Ethernet. And we can see our GPU here. This is our first glance. Bunch of DisplayPort, HDMI, and then the power supply lives down at the bottom. A couple of extra slots for expansion too. This
Looks
is where
nice.
the magic happens, and they've been able to include a glass panel. Now, this was a thing that previously you'd only see from like extremely boutique manufacturers, and now Alienware is integrating something similar because obviously this is what the client wants. They want to see all those components that they spent so much cash on, and if I turn that, then this plate will come down. Yeah, I mean, there's always some kind of unique mechanism. Sometimes you're sliding, sometimes there's clips. In this case, there's a screw, which I suppose, again, from a theft perspective is ideal. You can carry around a screwdriver, but your expensive components are in there. And if you're using this in a setting where there's a lot of other people, you know, where you feel like you want to protect it, they've put the panel lock right next to the system lock. Now you pull it, it's spring loaded, and then your side panel comes off. So this is actually a fairly compact system.
Oh, that's nice.
Now I can see there's an expansion slot down here for a 3.5 hard drive if you choose to install one for extra storage, although this unit has a couple of SSDs. NVMe, Samsung, 1 terabyte. So that's 2 terabytes of SSD storage, which could be sufficient for a lot of people. RAM, on the other hand,
2 terabytes of storage.
Fury Beast DDR5, 16
Over 30?
times 2. There's a lot of custom spacing and stuff, different brackets, because they're trying to be so efficient. And
I was expecting over 32 gig.
into something that remains relatively compact. Like you can see the way power supply and GPU is sort of spread. If you had a desk like this, you would likely want to have this on the right side because then you can appreciate the window. So I think next we go to the monitor, and I'm curious to see how this one looks beside the Aurora system. Ooh. Okay,
Isn't it a curved one? I don't like curved ones.
First part of the stand. Ooh, very spaceship. Little subtle Alienware down the side. And yes, adjustable. This is not something I've seen before, but it's actually labeled. The adjustments are labeled, I suppose, so you can remember your favorite settings. Power cable, DisplayPort, HDMI, microfiber cloth. I didn't know this, but Alienware includes stickers. And this is going to fit onto the back to get a cleaner look and sort of cover up those ports. Ooh. Satisfying.
Oh, that is satisfying.
A little bit of curve on that display. Whatever is comfortable for you in your setup, that's a decent range right there. What about tilt? We even have tilt. Obviously, the nice thing about using the included stand is that the aesthetic is cohesive when you're looking at it. Now, on the monitor itself, we've got power on the left-hand side, and then over here, we have USB in order to power the USB hub, 2 USB-A's, at least
That's
in this
clean.
location.
Easy to figure it out.
One more underneath the monitor. There's also a Type-C there as well. 2 HDMI's, 1 eARC capable, and then 1 DisplayPort there as well. See that, Mo? No spray the screen, only spray the cloth. Then use the cloth to wipe the screen.
Don't spray the screen. So obviously that is an insane computer. Shout out to Unbox Therapy. I've watched him for a long time. I just wanted to react to that and get my own thoughts. I think it's really cool, but is it worth it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you guys do Alienware? Do you just stick with consoles like I do? I think they're cool, but you're not buying it because it looks cool. You're buying it because it works, you know. So yeah, I thought it was cool, but I personally wouldn't buy it. I want it, but I wouldn't spend the money for it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.